Coach K once famously said, great rivalries do not have to be built on hatred. They're built on respect and respect for excellence. Though the glory days are in the rearview mirror, this regional rivalry continues to capture the hearts of Northeasterners everywhere. Tonight, it's UMass and Rhode Island, the A-10's finest, duking it out from Kingston one final time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Live tonight at the Ryan Center, UMass's Atlantic 10 swan song Soldiers On with a stop at a familiar foe with a shared history in the Rhode Island Rams. 164 games between the two, most of any Atlantic 10 matchup dating back to the days of the Yankee League. 15 NCAA tournaments and 19 tournament wins between the two teams. Stalwarts such as Wheeler, Mobley, Hurley, Calipari, Rowe, Camby, Skinner, grace the rafters and the history of this great and the basketball history of the Northeast. Andrew Samaha here, and Sam Kinches, Andrew Samaha here, courtside at the Ryan Center. Andrew, we are in for a good one here tonight.
And two teams, big rivalry dating back to 1908, like you just said, about to meet for the 165th time. You take a look at some of their past history in the last few years. It has been predominantly dominated by UMass. Their last time out, a victory 81-79 back at the Mullen Center in a close game, but also URI snatched one of those games a season ago as well, playing here at the Ryan Center, shot the absolute lights out, 14 of 23 from beyond the arc.
The Minutemen have won 4 of their last 5 games, boasting a 3-game winning streak, propelling them to 4th in the conference. A revamped offense that is best in the conference since league play has started on the shoulders of their guards. However, Andrew, over the course of this winning streak, Frank Martin has stressed it's been the defense that has been the strength of this team. It's been rebounding and getting after loose balls that has propelled them throughout this winning streak.
And he's finally starting to get the play out of his big men that he's been looking for. He's turned to Malik Abdel-Goad to keep being the starter, and in that last game versus GW, Malik did not disappoint. He posted 11 rebounds and 6 points to go with 2 blocks and 4 offensive rebounds, bringing that presence in low that Frank has been looking for, and defense creates offense, and that's what UMass has been thriving on in their last few times out, especially against GW last week.
These teams have been going in opposite directions all season long. URI started hot out of the gate with the league's best offense. Before conference play, Archie Miller-Scott was off to their best start under his tenure. However, league play has not been kind to Archie Miller's squad recently. He is 13-30 in conference play since joining URI. And now, with a 2-game losing streak, losers of 3 of their last 5, the Rams are looking to try to steady the sinking ship, Andrew.
Yeah, the Rams it has not been a kind conference play to them so far. They currently sit at 10th in the Atlantic 10. They got off to such a hot start, but they didn't have the strongest schedule to start the year. But they've got some pieces on this team that can help them figure it out. Sebastian Thomas, one of the best players in the Atlantic 10 this season, averaging about 19 points a game, as well as David Green, their senior captain, averaging 14 points and 6 boards a game. 2 players that we should really look out for to be big threats to UMass tonight.
The biggest strength of this Rams team, they are able to stop teams in their tracks. They are hold teams to 23% from downtown, the best perimeter defense in the conference. UMass's guards will have their hands full. They're going to be looking to their big men, the plays of Daniel Rivera, Malik Abdel-Goad, Daniel Hangensaver, and Jaden Jiggy, to bulk of the scoring tonight. Well, the last time these two played at the Ryan Center, it was a good old-fashioned Rhode Island route with David Green and David Fuchs combining for 53 points, 9 threes, and you are shooting 63% from downtown, Andrew. 89-77 in decisive victory. UMass hoping the same fate doesn't await them here tonight.
And it's hard to repeat the performance that URI had down here last time. Jaden House has been an absolute killer against UMass in his career. The senior will get the start tonight as Tyone Farrell will miss his 6th consecutive game for URI. Jaden House against the Minutemen last season in their win here at the Ryan Center had 29 points. And in their matchup at the Mullen Center, 22 points and almost hit a buzzer beater 3 to win that one. In a game that URI almost stole in the closing seconds. But Jaden House definitely a big threat to UMass once again.
It is loud. Both teams are here and proud. It's a regional rivalry once again. They'll duke it out one last time from the Ryan Center. We'll take a break from the national and be back with starting lineup to tip off in just a moment. Welcome back inside the Ryan Center. The anthem has been played, and as you could have heard during your intro, it is loud in here. The Rhode Island Rams have the 5th best attendance in the Atlantic 10 coming into the day. They have a loud and passionate student section and a loud and passionate fan base. Let's go over tonight's starting lineups for the Rhode Island Rams. It's Javonte Brown manning the middle with David Green and Jamarcus Lawrence, and then the 2 guards, Sebastian Thomas. He's been the 2nd in the A-10 in scoring over conference play, one of the best guards in this conference all season long. He's been a threat from all over, and Jaden House, as aforementioned. These are 2 guards that you cannot let loose if you're UMass.
Yeah, 2 guards that UMass is going to have to pay attention to closely. Rasul Diggins and Jalen Curry. 2 guys, not the strongest defensively, but Frank Martin said Jalen Curry's been picking up his defensive game as of late, and they're going to both really be tested today, both Diggins and Curry. You might see Jingay get put on assignment on Sebastian Thomas, so that's going to be something to look for. Jingay trying to shut down one of the Atlantic 10's top scorers.
They say a captain usually goes down with the ship. Sebastian Thomas, when he has struggled, the Rhode Island Rams have struggled to score, so UMass will be likely to zero in on him all night long. For the Massachusetts Minutemen, same starting lineup as the past few games. Malik Abdul-Goa manning the center spots. Rasul Diggins and Jalen Curry, the best guard duo and arguably the nation in the conference for sure. They've been heating up, averaging more than 40 points into them over the past 2 games. And Jaden Jingay with manning the forward spot, and Daniel Rivera looking for a bounce-back game. 6 points in his last game after scoring 2 double-digit performances. He's going to be looked to get a bulk of scoring with the guards being zeroed in from downtown.
And Daniel Rivera is honestly the engine of this team. Everybody can talk about Jalen Curry and Rasul Diggins, that the scoring efforts from them are going to be what's needed for this team to win. But if Daniel Rivera is not physical and low, grabbing rebounds on the offensive side of things and scoring at will in the paint, getting to the foul line, then this team has no chance in most of their games. Daniel Rivera, like I just said, the engine that makes this team go.
Daniel Rivera comes to this game 4th in the conference in rebounds, 8th in blocks, and 8th in scoring. He has the ability to stuff a stat sheet like no other player in this conference. The Rhode Island Rams are coached by 3rd-year coach Archie Miller. The UMass Minutemen are also coached by 3rd-year coach Frank Martin. And we talk about the coaches, Andrew. They came into the conference at the same time. Coach Miller, on the other hand, he started out his coaching career in the Atlantic 10, so he has familiarity with his conference. And Coach Martin has talked about how Archie has been very much a stepping stone to help him learn the conference and learn them, and their relationship has grown. But these 2 programs seemingly, given all the history right now, they're seemingly going in opposite directions the way things are now.
Yeah, Archie Miller came in as this very revered coach down at Dayton just a few years ago, about a decade ago now actually. Made 4 NCAA tournaments there from 2013 to 2017. He was a 2-time regular season champ there, as well as A-10 Coach of the Year in 2016-17. But since he's come to URI, it's been nothing but bad luck. 12-20 and 9-22 in his first 2 seasons here, as he looks to bounce things back. 14-6 so far this year, so he's done a good job. If you look at just the record, his season-high wins at URI, but a coach with a lot of prestige looking for a big turnaround, Sam.
You look at the discrepancy between the non-conference and non-conference slates of both of these teams. UMass in non-conference play had one of the league's worst offenses. Now they have the best. URI, on the other hand, they had the league's best offense in non-conference play. They have dropped to now 2nd to last. They had averaged 78 points in non-conf, 67 now in conference play. It's been a tale of 2 stories going opposite ways that all leads back to tonight. We mentioned the history and how much this rivalry means so much for the fans. Over 100 years of history between these 2 schools. You cannot tell the story of Northeastern basketball without these 2 schools. The first game these teams played was on January 11, 1908. Massachusetts Agriculture College beat the Rhode Island College of Agriculture and Mechanic Arts 32-14. Since then, no team has beaten the Rams more than the Massachusetts Minutemen, and no team has UMass beaten more than the Rhode Island Rams. They hold the edge 95-69 in this rivalry, and almost 117 years and 2 conference changes later, this matchup has always had the mantra: when you play in the Ocean City, it's either sink or swim. What will UMass have in store for us tonight? UMass here in their Rhode black jerseys with white Massachusetts written across their shooting left to right. The Rhode Island Rams in their home white jerseys with blue Rams written across in the white sun. The student section is loud, Andrew. We can barely even hear ourselves. It is Rhode Island. It is rowdy Rhode Island tonight.
Well, you got to give a little credit to this music and this PA announcer trying to create the tone right now with the flashing lights. It truly feels like a real basketball environment here down in Kingston. The fans came out today. Looks like they got some Hawaiian shirt giveaway today as they aim to bring the ruckus here, as they've been saying all day here at the Ryan Center.
Both teams all set up and ready to go. UMass having the height advantage seemingly over the Rams. And both teams are up. It's going to be Javonte Brown and Malik Abdel-Gawad to take the jump. UMass shooting right to left, Rhode Island left to right. This rivalry once again resets its roots in Kingston one final time at the Ryan Center. Whistle blown, players are ready. And both players have to be pushed off the line a bit. Abdel-Gawad and Brown to take the jump. Play is up, Abdel-Gawad falls down, Rasul Diggins gets it, and we are underway. UMass with it, and Jalen Curry for the Minutemen. 22 points last game for Jalen Curry. Guarded by Sebastian Thomas. Thomas kicks it off his front foot. It's gonna be a kickball violation. UMass gets a quick whistle.
And in the first possession already, Javonte Green all over Malik Abdel-Gawad, knows where Jalen Curry wanted to go with it. And URI hounding early, not letting any pass go easy for the Minutemen.
Jingay to inbound. Curry has it up top, guarded by Thomas. Curry gets the hit. He'll make his move. Swings it back out for Diggins. Now Rivera has it top of the key. Drives inside, spins, stops his dribble, steps inside. No good rebound there by David Green. Green turns on the Jets. Holds his dribble, goes inside. Rivera got a piece of it and blocked it. Back outside. House has it. House inside, gets a jump. He gets fouled. Abdel-Gawad going straight up. House nonetheless drawing the foul on the offensive rebound, and the Rams will get their first free throws of the game.
And not a foul Abdel-Gawad likes, but a foul it was regardless. Abdel-Gawad, while he did go straight up with him, leaned into him a little bit, drawing the contact. On the other end, Daniel Rivera just forcing a shot up against the bigger David Green, who walled up on him, playing some good defense.
Jaden House, the fifth-year senior, spent 3 years at High Point. He misses the first free throw there. He was an Atlantic 10 Player of the Week last year. He had a lot of honors in the Big South and playing at High Point. Second free throw is up and makes that one. And Rhode Island draws first blood here tonight.
Rhode Island, a team that's going to draw a lot of fouls. They draw the 5th most fouls in the nation at just about 21 fouls a game. And UMass, a team that loves to foul themselves and play physical.
Abdel-Gawad spinning, score up, no good. Bank shot, no good. Rebound up in the air. Diggins fighting for it, has it now. Back to Curry. Curry fires from three, top of the key, bang! Jalen Curry gets the party started. It's 3-1 UMass.
And with the ball bouncing around on the offensive glass, Diggins coming away with it, and a lot of scramble for URI, leaving Jalen Curry wide open for the tray.
Inside, House misses the layup. Abdel-Gawad coming out with a strong rebound there. Curry, outlet pass to Diggins. He spins, goes inside, now he'll retreat back out. 23, Abdel-Gawad, top of the key, back to Curry. High screen, Abdel-Gawad. Curry makes his move, inside Abdel-Gawad. Good two-man game, shot is no good. Brown had it, but it goes in the hands of Thomas. Back out come the Rams. Thomas turns on the Jets. He'll back it out, looks for man now. Brown up top. 7-foot Brown, top of the key, guarded by Malik Abdel-Gawad. Hand off there. Handoff Lawrence. Inside. Brown trying for the alley-oop. Goes off of Brown, and it's going to stay UMass. It's going to be, it looks like it went off of Jaden Jingay, was trying to go for the steal. It's going to be a baseline out of bounds here for the Rams. Thomas to inbound. Brown in the corner, swings it over to Green. Now back to House. Thomas. 10 to shoot for the Rams. UMass in a zone here. Inside for Green. Entry pass for Brown. Layup, no good. He just completely missed it. A beautiful pass by Green, but to no avail.
Just biffed that one and had an opening in the 2-3 zone that UMass was playing. Just biffed the layup.
Abdel-Gawad gets fouled, goes inside strongly, gets the foul he wanted. He'll go to the line for UMass first free throws of the night. Some real aggressiveness there by Malik Abdel-Gawad. They're going in very strong off that high post.
And yeah, we talked about it in the pregame. Malik Abdel-Gawad, somebody who's been showing a lot more aggressiveness as he starts to earn the minutes over Muhammad. With Daniel Hankin-Sanford waiting on the bench. Abdel-Gawad trying to fill this starting role the way he wants to.
First free throw is up and good. Malik Abdel-Gawad has been one of the better free throw shooters on this team this season. UMass's free throws have been well known as David Fuchs. Rhode Island going small here. David Fuchs going to check into the game for Javonte Brown. UMass going strength over size on this one. Abdel-Gawad, second free throw, rolls in that time, converts the pair, 73% from the line, and UMass goes up by 4. UMass puts on the half-court press. House, three-pointer, Lawrence is up, rails, and Fuchs tried to go for the rebound, is no good. He gets the offensive rebound. House Fakes, goes inside, gets fouled up top by Jinge. He did not want that one. He had a clear lane to the basket, and it's going to be another out of bounds here for the Rams. 2 early fouls here for the Minutemen have been plaguing late possessions.
And David Fuchs, the 6'9" sophomore from Vienna, one of the best rebounders in the conference, comes into today in the top 5 in rebounds per game in conference play at 8.4 boards, averaging 7.7 on the season. Definitely a reliable piece off the bench that Archie Miller can turn to crash the glass and give him some physicality.
Lawrence, Thomas, Green, now back to Thomas, guard. UMass goes back to man. Thomas behind the back, crosses back over, puts Jalen Curry in a blender. Oh, Sebastian Thomas with some wizardry on that one.
Just a beautiful take by Sebastian Thomas. We mentioned Jalen Curry struggles with his defense a bit at times, trying to stay in front of players, and Sebastian Thomas put him on a clinic right there.
Diggins, 3-2 zone here for the Rams. Rivera goes inside on Green, top of the key, spins out, looking for a man to pass. Now Curry has it. 14 to shoot. Curry, top of the key, 3, no good. Rivera pushes away, almost gets away with the one there, but he gets the offensive rebound and he puts it in for an easy 2.
Daniel Rivera just using his physicality, grabbing the offensive rebound. Daniel Rivera, not one of the tallest forwards you'll see, but he plays up for his size and his athleticism.
Lawrence goes at Rivera, he puts it in, falling away from the basket there. Back and forth they go, and Lawrence slow to get up there. No foul was called, but they'll go back the other way. 7-5 UMass, 16:51 to go. Curry. He'll slow it down this time. Up top, guarded by Thomas. He'll take some time off. 20 to shoot now. He'll draw a double. Curry, high arcing layup, no good. Abdelgua gets pushed out of the paint. Back out come the Rams. Thomas turns on the Jets, guarded by Jinge. Swarms him up top, now gives it up to Lawrence. High arcing pass over the hands of David Green. It's going to be UMass ball. Miscommunication. Lawrence throws it over the outstretched arms of David Green. UMass with a good defensive possession there.
UMass's plan early on offense has been let Jalen Curry cook. Frank Martin this week has been talking about how he feels like Jalen Curry's finally starting to roll the way he wants him to. He's got 3 points early on, 1 for 3 from the floor. I'd like to see UMass try to get Rasul Diggins involved. He is yet to take a shot here in the first 4 minutes.
Rasul averaging over 20 points for the conference play, been one of the best guards in the country. He has it now, guard up top by Thomas. Jinge kicks out Rivera, top of the key. Euro steps his way, and reverse layup is good. Daniel Rivera with the Euro step. It puts UMass up by 4.
And Daniel Rivera just going to work on the slower David Green. Like you said, nice Euro step right around him to get to the hoop for an athletic finish.
And Shaheed Muhammad pokes his pocket to the lane and almost missed the dunk, but gets to be a layup. Shaheed Muhammad with a sigh of relief on that one. Thomas back the other way, stops his dribble. He gets caught in a straitjacket. Fuchs, House, drives inside, draws the double. Turns it around, 20 to shoot for the Rams. Lawrence, top of the key. Left corner. Green, pump fakes, gets a jump from Rivera, goes inside on Muhammad. High arcing layup is good from David Green.
And a nice move to get to the hoop. Daniel Rivera going flying into the rafters trying to block that shot.
UMass has scored in their last 2 trips. Jinge guarded tightly by House. Almost pushes him off, now gives to Curry. Nice screen here. Back to Jinge, 17 to shoot. He'll drive inside. High arcing layup, no good. Rebound up in the air, corralled there by Fuchs. Back out come the Rams. House looking to push. Stops on a dime, fires from 3, no good. Left iron, rebound Curry. Under 15 to go, UMass lead by 4. Curry. Stops top of the key, gives to Mohammed. Swings it over to Jinge. Jinge swallowed up there by House. Mohammed has it on the left block. 16 to shoot. Mohammed spins inside. Gets positioning. Baby hook is up and no good. Rams there for the rebound. It's going to be Thomas coming out of the pack here. Thomas, in and out move. Green, pump fakes, another jump on David Green, ball on the floor. It's going to go off of Jinge, who's fighting for the loose ball. It's going to be Rams ball, but nonetheless, UMass with tenacity and shooting has found themselves in a 4-point lead. We will take a quick break here. You're listening to UMass Basketball 91.1 WMUA Sports, the forward of all things UMass Sports. Welcome back to the Ryan Center. 14:30 to go. UMass leads the Rhode Island Rams 11-7, and UMass has been getting scoring in bunches from a bunch of different players. But Daniel Rivera scored the last two for Daniel Rivera twice here for the Minutemen, and it's been when he's at his best, when he's going downhill, Andrew. His athleticism, his physicality has been on full display here in the early minutes.
And URI's forwards are not the most athletic, quickest forwards that you'll see. Daniel Rivera's got a much quicker first step than them, and he's done a great job today taking advantage of that, blowing by them and getting to the hoop.
URI has made a point of not allowing the three-pointer to go in. They allow teams to only shoot 29% from downtown, so UMass knows that the majority of the scoring is going to have to come from the interior. Daniel Rivera has been at the focal point so far, and it's going to have to stay that way going forward. Let's get back to that Shaheed Mohammed play. Shaheed Mohammed with a scoop up, got in front of the passing lane, went up for a dunk, jumped a little too far there, and almost missed a dunk. But UMass's bigs have been really getting after it on the defensive end, Andrew.
Yeah, like you just mentioned, Shaheed Mohammed leaving his feet a little too early. He jumped from about the A10 logo of the paint just ahead of the free throw line, but he's so athletic he was able to finish it anyways. But these UMass centers are clearly playing with a chip on their shoulder now. He's heard the criticisms from Frank Martin so far this season that he wants to see more from them, and so far today, he's done a great job. They've done a great job showcasing that. Malik and Shaheed have. Now, I think this might be the first time this season we've seen a lineup with Shaheed and Daniel Hankins-Sanford at the same time.
I was about to say, some weird substitutions. Daniel Hankins-Sanford and Marquis Worthy check into the game for the Minutemen. UMass trying to get some rebounding. Hankins-Sanford was out a bunch of games with a broken hand. Now he finally finds his footing, has had 2 games in a row with double-digit scoring. He's finding his way back in. And Marquis Worthy with a nice spark plug off the bench, getting some early minutes here. Thomas to inbound, now Fuchs. Green. Top of the key. And Jude checking into the game for the Rams. And Cam Estevez, the sophomore, back inside. Injury pass. UMass goes to his own. Rhode Island moving the boa. Estevez. Green in the corner. 9 to shoot. Green outside Estevez. Long 3 from Estevez. No good. Rebound up in the air. Green tried to save it. Did he get it off in Jinge? It's going to be UMass ball. The ref is saying that he hit it out of bounds before it hit Jinge. A tough call there, but UMass gets the ball back and another empty possession for the Rams.
And much to the disappointment of the fans here in the Ryan Center, letting out a big boo after that call by the refs.
Here comes Marquis Worthy. Mohammed, handoff Diggins. They're trying to get him going. Guarded by Estevez. Diggins makes his move. He spins inside. High arcing shot. Rolls in and out. Mohammed with the offensive rebound. Goes right back and throws it down. A tough three by Mohammed on cleanup duty. UMass up by 6. Thomas. Fuchs, top of the key. He pump fakes. Goes in on Mohammed. Inside for Green. He was not ready for that pass. Another turnover here for the Rams. UMass gets the ball back again.
And Mohammed on the other end just showcasing all his athleticism, skying over the URI defenders for the offensive rebound and fighting through a little bit of contact to rise up for the slam.
3 turnovers for the Rams early on and 7 points offset turnovers for the Minutemen. 4 points. Inside. Hankins-Sanford, he'll spin inside, he'll fade away on that one, drops it in, Daniel Rivera with the dream shake there. UMass 15-7, Thomas goes inside, high arcing layup is good, Sebastian Thomas splitting the defense there.
And UMass has done a good job limiting Thomas in this game in his attacks because they've gone to the 2-3 zone, limiting his ability to get into the paint, but that time forcing the issue, just sprinting down the floor before UMass can get set in their defense and getting the bucket.
Jinge, pump fakes. Tries to get out of it. 15 to shoot. Worthy. Easy layup. Just blows by Thomas on that one. UMass has scored 6 in their 3 straight tries. Thomas back with it now. Hands it off. Fuchs. Thomas. Under 12 to go. Thomas. Inside. Hard floater gets fouled. And 1. Sebastian Thomas with no fear in his eyes. Goes right to the cup and will go to the line to complete the 3-point play. He scored 4 straight points here for the Rams.
Yeah, just a good offense that time by Rhode Island, setting the screen on Marquis Worthy from the left corner, giving Thomas a chance to get in between the defense there, and David Green trying to seal off Daniel Hankins-Sanford in the paint from trying to step up and make a play on Thomas. UMass forced a foul, and Thomas does a good job putting up the floater and getting the n1.
Massive substitutions for both teams. Drisha Traore into the game for the Rams, and Nate Garangomba and Jalen Curry in for the Minutemen. And there's going to be a 3-guard lineup of Curry, Worthy, and Garangomba with Hankins-Sanford and Mohammed as the bigs. Jinge checking out of the game for the first time today. Free throw is no good. Blocked that up by Fuchs, and back to Thomas on new 20 for Rhode Island. Thomas falls down there. UMass traps him in the left wing. Inside Traore. Swings it over to Uge goes inside on Garangomba. Mohammed going for the block, and it's empty possession and poked away by Dungunge. Worthy didn't see him. Thomas pulls, fires for three. Sebastian Thomas misses the three. Rebound up in the air, hit away by Curry. It's gonna be Rams ball. UMass cannot rebound the ball defensively so far.
And it just seemed like that time they finally came down with the rebound. Marky Worthy had it, and nobody wanted to let him know that Dubunje was right behind him. Came from behind, got the steal, and once again, UMass struggling to grab a defensive rebound, something we've seen a lot from them this season.
Thomas checking out of the game. House back in for the Rams. Lawrence back in. UMass back to the zone. Dubunje. Lawrence, 12 to shoot for Rhode Island. Traore, mid-range jump shot, no good. Rebound up in the air. Rebound by Curry that time. Diggins, scoreless so far. We're coming under 12 to go. In and out, backs down Lawrence. Pass back out to Curry. Guarded by Jory. He'll pull and fire. No good. He looks for the foul on that one. It got tipped by Lawrence. It's going to stay UMass ball there. Good defense by Lawrence, but UMass gets a new 18. Frank Martin not happy about that shot by Curry, but UMass nonetheless finds himself up 6 with under 12 to go. A quick reminder, this broadcast of UMass men's basketball is brought to you by the Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other side of the Connecticut River, not far from the UMass campus. Come stand your cocktails. Brick Oven Pizza, a small town tavern, offers everything needed for an evening with friends or a sit-down meal with family. Tavern is open Monday through Saturday at late at 9:30. The Mill River Tavern is open at millrivertavern.com and on Instagram and on Facebook. We thank the Mill River Tavern for the constant support of this entire 2024 season. Well, Andrew, UMass has himself up at front, but Rhode Island has made 5 of their last 6. UMass has scored all the way going down, but their inability to rebound and prevent URI from getting offensive rebound has plagued them from stretching this lead out.
Well, the offensive rebounding by URI hasn't been the detriment to UMass so far in this game. URI is getting their points by getting crafty on offense, trying to speed UMass up so that they can't get into their zone the way they want to. Trying any way they can for Sebastian Thomas just to try and get into the lane to try and get some easy buckets. And Sebastian Thomas has done a good job converting so far in his attempts in this game. Sebastian Thomas in this game at the 6 points on 3 of 4 from the floor. So they're getting him the opportunities that he's going to want to look for, and he's taking advantage. But URI is still finding themselves down by 6.
Sebastian Thomas actually is very familiar with this UMass team. He spent 2 years at Rhode Island before transferring to University of Albany, where he debuted for the Great Danes against who else but the UMass Minutemen. In that game, he scored 19 points in the season opener, and he was a American East's leading scorer last year, getting his bearings, getting his experience, taking his talents back to Kingston, where he's absolutely dominated the conference all season long. And the thing about Thomas, more specifically, he's been one of the most clutch players in the entire conference. He's had 5 shots within the last 2 minutes or overtime, where he's just dominated from when his team needs him most.
Yeah, Sebastian Thomas, like you said, one of the marquee players in the A-10 this season, 18.8 points a game to go with almost 6 assists a game. That's something you don't see too much in college basketball nowadays, a player scoring that much from the floor, yet dishing it out at that efficient of a rate. And he shoots 45% from the floor, 32% from beyond the arc, 2.1 steals per game, so he'll be in the conversation for A-10 defensive on the A-10 defensive team, but his only problem is he shoots under 70% from the free throw line.
UMass with some substitutions here early. Curry, Garangomba, Diggins, Rivera, and Hankin Sanford. We've seen this lineup throughout the season. Frank Martin being willing to go small, but here comes Gervonta Brown back to the game, and all 7 foot of him, and he's going to be put up against Daniel Hankin Sanford. Quite the tall task there for DHS on this one. Curry, Rivera on the elbow. Now Curry, guarded by House, hands it off to Diggins. These guards up top by Lawrence. Diggins 8 to shoot. Diggins goes inside, twirls around. He gets it in inside Rivera. Hankin Sanford with it. Pump fake Rivera up top, and a volleyball block there by Lawrence. House. He spins away, and it's going to be an offensive foul. House stuck out the elbow, and Rasul Diggins gets away with one there. UMass gets the ball back, and another turnover here for the Rams.
Yeah, they're going to give Jaden House a call for hooking on Diggins. He tried to spin around him too much. Tried to do too much with the elbow that time. Hooks Diggins trying to get by him, and the refs do not miss it. Rasul Diggins turned right to him to make sure he saw it.
The Rams faithful not liking that call there. Diggins still scoreless on night. Garangomba. UMass playing catch now. Curry drives on House on the baseline, looking to get it out. Now Rivera now 15 to shoot. Rivera at the elbow, guarded by Brown. and Hankins Sanford, he's gonna. It's gonna be a foul on. It looks like David on Traore is gonna get the foul. He was fighting down low with Hankins Sanford. Hankins Sanford fell down. Traore is gonna be called the victim there. Daniel Hankins Sanford, the victim of that one. Well, one thing can be sure, both teams are trying to play aggressive. There's a difference between trying to play aggressive and actually being aggressive. UMass have the upper hand on that end. Curry tries the entry pass to Rivera. It's going to be stolen by Brown. Curry saw him out of the corner of his eye, but Rhode Island read it like a book. Lawrence, top of the key. Brown. Handoff Estevez. Guarded by Garangomba. Estevez. Lawrence kicks it out, 13 to shoot. Guarded by Hankins Sanford. Entry pass Traore. He'll spin, goes inside, banks around Rivera, and rolls in there for Teresa Traore, his first bucket of the night. Diggins. Swings it out to Curry, now back to Rivera. UMass moving it around, Garangomba on the right wing. He'll drive inside, outside, Hankins Sanford. Hankins Sanford tries a corner three, no good. An uncharacteristic three there by Daniel Hankins Sanford. Here comes House back the other way. Euro steps inside, gets it to go, and the foul. And Jalen Curry and Rasul Diggins both on the receiving end of that hit. And now Jaden House goes to the line to complete the three-point play.
And yeah, on the other end, just not the shot UMass is going to be looking for. Daniel Hankins Sanford, while he's not somebody in the past who's been a bad shooter, this year just 15% from beyond the arc. So a low-quality shot from the corner. Sees himself head to the bench after that one. And Jaden House, we talked about him before the game, someone UMass needs to look out for, has an early 5 points now.
Rhode Island with a quick run. They have crouched the lead to 2. House's free throw is good. It is now a 1-point game. UMass been struggling to find offense in the last 2 possessions. Here's Curry. He's got 3 points in the night. He scored UMass's first points, has not scored since. Guard up top by House. Coming up on halfway point of the first half. Curry. Inside Rivera. Guarded by Traore. Backs it down, almost loses it. He spins inside, almost loses his footing. Archie Miller begging for a travel, but does not get it. Instead, it's a foul on Jaden House, and Rivera's going to get a foul on the floor. Archie Miller almost running out of the coach's box after that one.
Yeah, I got to say, Archie Miller, you don't know ball, buddy. That was absolutely not a travel. Drissa Traore was doing a great job on Rivera, what he should do in the paint. He kept pulling the chair on him, but Rivera did a good job holding his pivot foot, drawing the contact and going up with the foul. I actually just saw the replay on the TV guys next to us. Daniel Rivera traveled. I take back what I said, Archie. I apologize. That was very much a travel.
David Green checking, and Traore goes to the locker room after that play, and Rivera's free throw is no good. The free throw will continue. Garangomba tries to save it, goes off the back of Green. It's going to be UMass ball. What resilience there by the freshman.
Yeah, Garangomba never giving up on a play. That's the type of player he is, very aggressive. That's why Frank Martin gives him minutes. Not a lot of freshmen get minutes for Frank Martin, but guys like Jinge and Garangomba who give him constant effort, those are the guys that are going to get a lot of minutes.
19-16-10 coming up on 10 minutes to go. Inbound pass to Curry. Guarded there. Diggins, guarded up top by Lawrence. Rips through, drives inside, steps back, mid-range shots, pure from Russell Diggins, his first bucket of the game. Lawrence draws Curry, under 10 to go. Green with the top of the key, hands it off to House. Guarded by Diggins. House makes his move, gets bumped, tries to foul inside, and another drawn foul there by Jaden House. That's his 3rd drawn foul tonight, and now he's going to get a chance. It's not a shooting foul, but it's going to be an out of bounds here for the Rams.
Well, Abdel Goad just picked up his 2nd personal foul of the first half, and it doesn't look like Frank's going to make any move to the bench. So with 2 fouls and still 9:30 to play, I take that back. As I say that, Shahid Muhammad will check in for Abdel Goad. We said this would be a physical game, Sam, and to this point, I wouldn't say this has been too bad. Just 5 fouls on UMass, 4 on URI, not a ton of free throws, just 7 free throws in the first 10 and a half minutes, excuse me.
Sebastian Thomas back into the game. The starters in for the Rams. UMass goes back to the zone. Lawrence, corner 3, pulls the trigger, got it! Lawrence with the 3, URI now leads is only down by 2. UMass cannot let the Rams get hot from downtown. When they hit one, they hit more, and another steal on the floor. House with it. They have numbers. Goes on Garangomba. Goes up top. Muhammad hits it inside itself. Oh, an unfortunate play by Shahid Muhammad, and the Rams have tied it up.
And Muhammad blocking that shot into the hoop for Jaden House, and now all the momentum's with URI as they've tied it.
Garangomba gets inside in space. Mid-range jump shot. The freshman completely bricks that one. A bad shot selection there. Thomas. He's spinning around. All the momentum. And Diggins comes up with it. UMass has numbers. 2-on-1 with Garangoba. Diggins, Yoseps inside, draws the contact and finishes there. Oh, UMass stopping the bleeding with that one.
Yeah, good defense by Diggins and Daniel Rivera hounding Thomas, forcing the turnover. A nice finish by Diggins as he chirps to Sebastian Thomas after the made bucket.
Two of the best guards in the Atlantic 10 going at each other. Thomas, floater, banks it off, no good. Brown there on cleanup duty. Absolutely no one boxed him out there, and it's tied up once again.
And that's what's wrong with Shahid Muhammad's game as a shot blocker. When he's not able to get the shot blocked, his man is free to run into the lane and grab the offensive rebound like that.
And Rivera once again making his presence known in the paint. He's up to 6 points. UMass grabs the lead back. Thomas with it now. He's got 6 points on the night. Entry pass inside, and they are just going right at Shahid Muhammad. An easy bucket inside. And Daniel Rivera got bumped on the way there, looking for a foul after the whistle, but no call there. And back and forth they go here, Andrew.
Yeah, right there. Brown just running right through Rivera after the made bucket already. Rivera might have been in his lane a little bit, which is why the ref didn't give him any kind of call.
Rivera gets doubled, ball on the floor, going to go off David Green. It's going to be staying UMass ball, and what was once a 7-point UMass lead has become a tie. It's been a back and forth affair. Both teams have been making their shots, but URI has had the physical hand so far, getting offensive rebound after offensive rebound. We will take a quick break, but first, this broadcast of UMass men's basketball is brought to you by our friends at the Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other side of the Connecticut River, not far from the UMass campus. From senior cocktails to brick oven pizza, this small town tavern offers everything needed for an evening with friends or a sit-down meal with family. The tavern is open Monday through Saturday as late as 9:30. The Mill River Tavern is open. It's on at millrivertavern.com and Instagram. We thank the Mill River Tavern for their consistent support of this entire 2024 season. We'll take a quick break and be back at the 7:39 to go. UMass and URI knotted at 25. Welcome back to the Ryan Center. First opened in 2002. It now plays host to the 165th matchup between the star-crossed rivals in the UMass Minutemen and the Rhode Island Rams. Right now with 7:39 to go, it's been an instant classic, 25-25 apiece. The Rams went on a bit of a run of their own, hitting 6 of their last 7 shots. And Andrew, nonetheless, they've been turning the ball over in bunches. UMass has 8 of their points in this first half coming off those URI turnovers.
And yeah, UMass, a team that's not going to turn the ball over much themselves. They're pretty clean with the basketball. They don't force a ton of turnovers, but early today you're seeing them do a good job getting into the passing lanes, and especially that there was that one play from Shahid Muhammad early on where he just stripped the ball away from Javante Brown and got the finish. But when UMass is out running, that's when they're at their best, playing in transition, playing off their defense. And you saw it early in this game as URI started to pick them apart defensively. URI 6 for their last 7 from the floor, and UMass also 4 of their last 5. So usually when UMass isn't playing good defense, it results in poor offensive trips. But right now they've done a good job in not allowing that to be the case, playing with tempo, playing with momentum.
More substitutions here for the Minutemen. It's Marquis Worthy and Akil Watson making his first appearance in the game with Jaden Jinge, Malik Abdel-Goad, and Rasul Diggins in the game for the Minutemen. Diggins, and it's going to be an illegal screen. Malik Abdel, it looks like it's a foul away from the ball, it looks like. I think either Njinge or Watson. Jaden Jinge called for the foul away from the ball, got tied up there with Lawrence, and now UMass with another empty possession.
Yeah, I apologize earlier. I mentioned that Abdel-Goad picked up his second personal foul. They took that foul away from him and gave it to Rasul Diggins earlier, so Diggins has 1, but Jinge did just pick up his second foul.
And Diggins with another steal, UMass back out and running. Diggins alone from 3, over the outstretched arms of Thomas. Oh, Rasul Diggins all over the outstretched arms of the 7-foot there, of the 7-foot Brown.
And yeah, just a great job by Diggins coming away with the steal. He saw Abdelgawad had the mismatch in the paint and figured, I'll just put up the 3 and hopefully Abdelgawad gets the rebound. But Diggins, being Rasul Diggins, splashes it home.
His second steal of the game and another almost steal. Brown goes right to the cup, trying to throw it inside. Watson comes up with a steal. Rasul Diggins back out in space. UMass on the break. Diggins crosses over inside, goes right to the teeth of the defense, gets fouled underneath, cannot convert the layup, but Rasul Diggins, a 3-pointer and another aggressive basket. He's heating up right now, Andrew.
And great defense by UMass on the other end. Abdelgawad gambled trying to jump a pass, didn't get away with it. But Javonte Brown tried to fit in an entry pass, but Jaden Jingay with great help defense came away with the steal and get Rasul Diggins out in space one-on-one. Went to work on Thomas to draw the foul.
Rotations have been an issue for UMass defensively all season long. Recently, they've been cleaning it up. Rasul Diggins misses the first free throw. But we talk about the defense of UMass. You past 3 games, you've seen them really collapse on the paint, really improve their defensive tenacity inside. And a quick substitution here. Rivera is going to check back into the game. Jingay takes another seat with his 2 fouls. Rasul Diggins has been raging hot these past month and a half, and he makes the second free throw. He's up to 7 points. UMass now back up by 4, under 7 to go. UMass on a full court press here. Worthy pressing Thomas up top. Bougie. Thomas makes his move, and Worthy hits Thomas up top. He draws another foul, and they are not in the bonus, but so it's going to be an out of bounds. My mistake, they are in the bonus. Sebastian Thomas is in the 1-and-1 shooting free throws. Thomas shooting 70% for his career, 69% from the free throw line this season. He has been a presence all game, even when he doesn't have the ball. First free throw up from the journeyman is up and good. He'll get another chance here.
Frank voicing all the frustrations you could possibly imagine with Marquis Worthy for that hand check foul.
Thomas's second free throw is up and nothing but net for Sebastian Thomas. He's up to 8 points. 27-29, UMass leads. Marquis Worthy goes over the power R. Watson hands off to Diggins, guarded by Lawrence. Diggins, time ticks off the clock. He'll draw the double and loses the ball on the floor. Fuchs comes up with it. Thomas. Top of the key, spins away from it. Smeet moves there. Fuchs pump fakes, goes inside, back out Thomas. He'll make his move. Beautiful scoop layups up back, and Thomas all over the court. He's got 10 on this half.
And yeah, just a poor play by Marquis Worthy jumping at the fake of Fuchs. He was never going to shoot that shot, and then it put UMass in scramble mode.
Abdelgawad pulls the trigger. No good. Uncharacteristic. And now back out come the Rams. Thomas out in space. Kicks it out to Brown. He goes inside. And he's traveled. He took too many steps, and the fast break gets wiped off the board. A sigh of relief from UMass, and that could have been catastrophic as URLA with a chance to almost grab the lead back. Abdelgawad going to check back out, and it's going to be UMass going small ball heel. The law firm of Daniel and Daniel is back on the floor together. Rivera and Hank and Sanford with Watson, Diggins, and Worthy on the floor for UMass. Here's Diggins coming up on under 6 to go. Both teams have not given an inch all game long. Here's Marquis Worthy, makes his move inside, tries to find Hank and Sanford. He had him open, but puts it, but nutmegs in between his legs. Oh, so close on that one for Daniel Hank and Sanford.
And just a mistake that UMass cannot afford to have in a close game. You had a free 2 points waiting for you if DHS could just come away with the pass and put up the bucket.
Here's Sebastian Thomas. He scored the last 2 times for the Rams. He makes his move, backs it outside, now Fuchs. Lawrence, 5:30 to go. Lawrence backs outside, inside for Fuchs. And Hank and Sanford jumped in the air. UMass has been very trigger happy, like they have springs on their sneakers. They've been jumping at pump fakes all game long.
UMass been very jumpy all game long. Not something they're a pretty disciplined team. They're one of the best shot blocking teams in the country. They come into today averaging about 6 blocks per game, which is good for top 10 in the nation, first in the Atlantic 10. And today they've just been a little too antsy from too far out to try and get some block shots, and they've really paid for it.
Fuchs' first free throw to give URI the lead is no good. Rebound up in the air. Watson coming away with it. Curry checking back into the game for UMass. Coming up on 5 minutes to go. We are knotted at 29 apiece. Curry Guarded by Sebastian Thomas. Precious time ticking off the clock. Rivera in the corner. He'll pull and try a three. Rivera makes it no good. Hankins Sanford the offensive rebound, but throws into the arms of Sebastian Thomas. A little too quick with it there. House splits the defense, goes inside, blocked by Hankins Sanford, gets called for a late foul, and back to the line, Jaden House for another pair of free throws.
And an ill-advised shot by Daniel Rivera on one end, leading to a Hankins Sanford turnover, and Hankins Sanford trying to make up for it, got aggressive, trying to pick up the block. Instead, I believe they're going to credit him with the foul, so that'll be his second.
UMass getting back into old habits in this game. The half-court offense stalling out in times where they cannot afford to in a close game like this. Under 5 minutes to go. House's free throw is up, and it is good. URI with their first lead since the beginning of this game.
So they credit the foul to Jalen Curry. So Curry now has 2 fouls, and Hankins Sanford with 2.
And it looks like Mohammed getting ready to check back in as House sinks the second free throw. URI goes up by 2. Watson checks back out. Mohammed checks in. It's going to be Curry, Rivera, Hankins Sanford, Worthy, and Mohammed in for the Minutemen. The Minutemen started out strong. They've had 3 turnovers in their last minute 57. URI subsequently has gone on a 6-0 run in that time. Rivera. UMass trying to look for a spark on them. It's coming up at under 5 to go. Hankins Sanford to Worthy. Guarded by Esteves. Worthy, top of the key, makes his way inside. High arc and lab is good for Marquis Worthy. UMass spreading the wealth. 7 players have scored tonight, and now it's lotted up again.
Marquis Worthy, just a player who has completely flipped the script on his career to this point, having himself an incredible A-10 slate.
And Mohammed gets into the lane to swat it back. UMass with some great help defense on that possession. Rivera turns on the Jets, goes inside. Breaks his balance, cannot corral it. UMass trying to go for the rebound. It's going to be a loose ball foul on the Rams. David Green pleading with the referee for an explanation. And it looks like Mohammed is going to get Hankins throws here.
Yeah, almost a case of too many cooks in the kitchen there for UMass. Daniel Hankins Sanford and Shaheed Mohammed both right there to scoop up the glass. We're fortunate because they tipped it out of bounds. They were pretty fortunate that they got the foul call.
And it's going to be a foul on the floor this time. It's going to stay on a baseline out of bounds here for UMass. Not a shooting foul. And Javonte Brown checking back in for the Rams. Curry the inbound, trying to get it in. Diggins in the corner for 3. No good. Looking for a heat check there. And Rivera falls down on the floor. No call. Corner. Esteves gets out of the slot. Thomas takes his turn. Got it! And 1. Sebastian Thomas on a heater. His first 3 of the game, and has a chance to complete a 4-point play. Oh, Sebastian Thomas has been unstoppable here in the first half.
Sebastian Thomas, 13 points on the game and capitalizing on another UMass turnover, and Daniel Rivera getting a bit over antsy there. Coming in late after getting knocked down to the floor on one end, trying to contest the 3, knocking Thomas to the ground to allow for a potential URI 4-point play.
Rams have been heating up as of late. UMass trying to stop the bleeding. But first, this broadcast of UMass men's basketball is brought to you by the Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other side of the Connecticut River and not far from the UMass campus. From signature cocktails to brick oven pizza, this small town tavern offers everything needed for an evening with friends or sit-down meal with family. Tavern is open Monday through Saturday as late as 9:30. The Mill River Tavern is open online at millrivertavern.com and on Instagram and on Facebook. We thank the Mill River Tavern for the constant support of this entire 2024 season. We'll keep it here. Andrew Uri has been on an absolute heater. They have found their offensive groove, and Sebastian Thomas leading the charge with a 3-point play and a 4-point play. UMass seemingly not having an answer for him, and the more they collapse on him, allows the rest of the Rams to find their own on the offensive side.
Yeah, both teams play pretty similarly on offense. When they are able to force turnovers and get out in transition is when their offense really thrives, when the other team is scrambling, and we've really seen it in full effect today. 12 points off turnovers for UMass, 8 for URI, and UMass with 7 turnovers. So when Sebastian Thomas is out in space, not working against the UMass zone, he's been able to get exactly where he wants to. 13 points for him and Jaden House as well. 8 points, playing with so much tempo, going strong towards the hoop, getting to the free throw line at will in this game. 4 for 5 from the line, really enforcing UMass's hand.
And we alluded to this earlier in the game. UMass offense is stalling out in the half court. It had a tendency to do that at the beginning of the season. That was when their offense was frustratingly hard to watch. It seems like they're falling back into those same habits. They're playing with less fluidity. They're moving the ball less, and URI is capitalizing on that, forcing certain players to take uncharacteristic shots. Malaga Delgoa took a 3. Rivera takes a 3, and it's not that they're incapable of hitting them. That's just not their bread and butter.
Yeah, not the game that UMass wants to be running. You want the ball in the hands of Jalen Curry or Rasul Diggins and run your offense from there, not settle for a 3 from one of your big men from outside who, quite frankly, none of them shoot well from beyond the arc. Daniel Rivera comes in at just about a 10% three-point shooter on his career. Hankin Sanford has struggled to shoot since his hand injury, and Malik Abdelgawad, not known for his shooting in the past, has shot the ball a little bit better so far this season, but the offense needs to run through Curry and Diggins if they want a chance for success in the half court when they're not moving with tempo.
UMass going back to a 3-guard lineup, and we'll talk about Rasul Diggins. He's been on a red-hot razor during the conference play. He averaged about over 20 points a game in conference play, and beginning about a week ago, earning himself honors upon honors. He was the A-10 Player of the Week, the Oscar Robson National Player of the Week. He's been making a name for himself nationally over the past few games, leading this UMass best offense. But when the guards have been aligned, Sebastian Thomas has had the upper hand here tonight, and he's back to the line to complete the 4-point play. Free throw is up. Sebastian Thomas, nothing but net. 14 points for the longtime Ram. He's been having his way here tonight. Curry with the ball, under 4 minutes. URI with their largest lead of the night, up 4 points. Diggins gets in the corner, draws a double, kicks it out. Mohammed, top of the key. Hand off to Curry. Thomas almost stripped that one there. Curry makes his move inside, and looks like Brown got there a little late for the block. Offensive rebound, Rivera. Corner, Curry for Curry. No good. Rebound on the floor. Worthy fighting for it. It goes off of his back as he tried to fight for it. Just an unfortunate bounce for Marquis Worthy. It's going to be Rams ball.
And a lot of aggressiveness in this game from both teams. Absolutely fighting tooth and nail every possession that time. Marquis Worthy diving out of bounds, trying to save it over his head. Just unable to get a lot of strength on it as he was fighting off Sebastian Thomas as well and threw it off of his own back.
UMass shooting 25% from 3. URI's the perimeter defense has been hounding them all night long. Green. Baby hook is up, puts it in that time. URI extends the lead to 6. David Green gets on the sheet this time. Curry makes his move, goes up, and a tough shot is no good. Rebound up in the air. Diggins comes up with it now. UMass gets a new 20. Diggins guarded by House. Long 3, Rasul Diggins got it! Rasul Diggins red hot from 3. His second 3 of the first half, and UMass cuts the lead to 4. Estevez makes his move on Curry. Spinning inside, pump fakes, high arcing shot. Mohammed going for the rebound and just sat there as Javonte Brown went on cleanup duty. Worthy on the other end, and Thomas strips it. It's going to be off of Thomas last. Thomas pleading with the referee as he wanted it to be off Marquis Worthy, but UMass gets another sigh of relief as we're under 3 minutes to go here in the first half.
And yeah, Shaheed Muhammad getting over Ansi once again with a block attempt, as he should be, and somebody else needs to be there to slide to help him on the offensive glass, as Javonte Brown able to just sneak in there and grab another easy offensive rebound for 2 points.
Curry, 2.5 to go here in the first half. UMass trailing by 5. Diggins lost the dribble. He'll pull another one. A heat check there by Rasul Diggins to no avail. Not the shot you want. Thomas back the other way. Green, top of the key. Another jump from UMass. Green floater is up and puts it down. UMass falls for another pump fake, and it's a 7-point lead. Frank Martin calls timeout. He wants to talk things over, and the Ryan Center rowdy and rises to its feet here.
And yeah, UMass just not playing discipline the way you see them all season. Daniel Rivera has been jumping for joy, trying to block every shot from beyond the arc, and every single time it seems that URI has been able to punish them for it. URI 4 for their last 5 from the floor now, starting to pick up a real offensive rhythm here. UMass just 1 for their last 7, with that only make being a hero 3 from Rasul Diggins. So they're going to have to find it in their offense to pull themselves back into this game to make it closer before halftime.
It's almost as if the Rams are using UMass's strengths and energy against them. UMass again jumping for joy, trying to get into every block, every steal, and that's allowing the Rams to set up a clean offense and get into the lane. URI's hit their last 5 shots, but UMass has had a dry spell on the offensive end, 1 for their last 7, and besides the hero ball, UMass struggling to generate consistent offense.
And it seems to be a problem all season long with them. they don't run the best half-court sets. They get their offense, like we've mentioned time and time again, they get their offense through playing with tempo, getting out in transition, grabbing a rebound and running, forcing turnovers. But today, just that hasn't been the case. They're not able to force, or they're not able to grab many defensive rebounds because they can't get URI to miss a shot. So many defensive breakdowns. URI is shooting 16 of 29 from the floor, 55%. As they're doing a great job getting the ball inside. They haven't even been looking to take many threes, just 2 for 6 from beyond the arc.
UMass having a little deja vu, trying to get some momentum as we come up to 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Diggins draws the double. Tries to find inside, swings it over to Curry, under 2 to go. 15 to shoot, Rivera, top of the key. Huff shot is up, Brown goes up for it, he gets the block, ball on the floor, and Lawrence with it. Thomas comes out of the pack, stops on the dime and turns on the jet. Crosses over inside, gets the shot, and it's gonna be a blocking foul. Curry gets called for the foul. Thomas goes back to the line for another pair of free throws, and Sebastian Thomas continues his onslaught here in the first half.
Jalen Curry picks up his 3rd personal of the first half. That's one of the worst signs you could see for UMass, as Curry, it has been a struggle for him today, just 1 for 7 from the floor, but I have to disagree with the call on that one, Sam. It looked like Sebastian Thomas threw his elbow right into the chin of Jalen Curry, sent him to the ground.
Free throw is up and rolls in. Sebastian Thomas, 15 points in the first half. UMass getting a little deja vu from last year's game. Thomas back to the line. He's 4 for 5 from the line so far. Second free throw is up and good. Sebastian Thomas near perfect all half long. He's missed 1 free throw and only 2 other field goals, shooting up over 80% from the field. Under 2 to go. Marquis Worthy back in the game, and Nate Garangomba checking back in as well. Diggins. Diggins has been UMass's only spark of offense all game long, and another turnover from UMass. This time Esteves has it. He slows it down. Thomas in the corner. He'll pull and fire. Sebastian Thomas on a heater. 19 points in the first half. UMass with no answers.
And it's hard to answer a guy who's just red hot right now. It seems like everything he's touching just turning into gold.
Worthy. He'll drive inside. Stops on a dime, layup is up, no good. On the floor, another rebound for the Rams. Worthy comes up with the steal and gets the ball. What an athletic play by Marquis Worthy. Under 1 to go. UMass now down by 12. Diggins. He'll drive top of the key, goes into the teeth of the defense and airballs the layup. Brown with the rebound. Thomas with it now. He's just going to slow it down. Lawrence, 3-pointer, no good. Worthy the rebound now. 40 to go. Worthy slows it down. 10-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Rasul Diggins just slowing it down. Gets a high screen from Rivera. UMass begging for any signs of life on offense to end the half. Diggins makes his move. Euro steps inside. Thompson, the teardrop. Rasul Diggins gets his get on my back and I will carry you.
It's good to see Rasul Diggins after the turnover and the airballed floater that he's not shy at all. Goes right at Javonte Brown and floats it right up and over him.
10 seconds to go. It will be who else but Sebastian Thomas with the ball for URI. Ball on the floor. It's a fight for it. Abdelgod out of the pack. Garangomba with it with 2 and throws it down to end the half. Just what UMass needed. Abdelgod and Garangomba combined for the steal, and the freshman finishes the half with an emphatic slam.
And that's how UMass needed to finish the half. Great double team there by Malik Abdelgawad, helping out Rasul Diggins, sending Sebastian Thomas to the floor. Abdelgawad scrapping with just seconds left, comes away with the steal, gets it ahead. And like we mentioned, Garangomba, the finish to the half. And UMass picking up some momentum, just a little 4-0 run there. They were down by 12, find themselves now down by 8.
For all the good that Sebastian Thomas has done all half long, he does have 3 turnovers, and UMass has made life a little hard for him when push comes to shove. We will take a quick break and be back with you with this basketball game. But first, this broadcast of UMass men's basketball is brought to you by our friends at the Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other side of the Connecticut River. Not far from the UMass campus. For signature cocktails to Brick Oven Pizza, the small town tavern offers everything needed for an evening with friends or a sit-down meal with family. Tavern is open Monday through Saturday as late as 9:30. The Mill River Tavern is online at millrivertavern.com and on Instagram and on Facebook. We thank the Mill River Tavern for their continued support throughout this entire 2024 season. At the end of the first half, UMass trails the Rhode Island Rams by 8. We'll be back with some halftime in just a moment. You're listening to UMass men's basketball 91.1 WMUA Sports, the fort of all things UMass sports.